Hello guys, welcome to Ride Academia. Today we're going to be looking at addition and subtraction of variables. Now over time we have come to see that most people, right, most people have this issue of understanding what to do when they are giving addition, or when they are presented with a situation that involves addition of variables and multiplication. Okay, so today we want to be looking at them separately, because for addition and subtraction of either variables or sort, we have a different rule, right, when it comes to adding or subtracting. And then at the same time we also have a different rule when it comes to multiplication. Okay, when it comes to multiplication of variables or multiplication of sort. So today we want to be taking them step by step. Now the same way where you have, let's say, 2 oranges, right, plus 4 oranges, right, you can add them up because they are both talking about orange, right? We're both talking about orange, so you can add them up to have 6 oranges. It's possible that you can add them because they both of them are referring to oranges. Okay, now where you have 2 oranges, and let's say we want to add 3 bananas. Now let's say we want to do 2 oranges plus 3 bananas. Now it is not possible to add them to become 5 because we're talking about two different things. All right, we're talking about two different things, so you cannot be adding oranges and bananas to give you maybe 5 orange or 5 bananas. It's not possible, right? Because here we're talking about different things, different items. So the same thing for addition and subtraction of variable. Now the rule is that you can only add or subtract like terms. You can only add, right, or subtract like terms. So the emphasis is on the like terms before you can carry out any addition or subtraction. So this is the rule that works for addition and subtraction. Okay, before you can carry out any addition or subtraction successfully, then it must be an addition or subtraction that involves like terms. Okay, like term means the variables need to be the same. Okay, the variables needs to be the same. For example, if you are having, let's say, 3x, right, plus 4x squared. This is x. This is x squared. The variables here are not the same. Okay. So at best, this is where you can stop, except if you want to factorize. Okay. So this is where you can stop at best, because you cannot add it to give you 7x whatever, because here what you have here is x, but what you have here is x squared. Okay, so before you either carry out addition or subtraction, so this rule we're speaking about here, this rule here is, it only applies for addition or subtraction. Okay, where you want to add or subtract variables or sort, as the case may be, you have to ensure that the terms are like terms. That is, the variables has to be the same, or the sort also has to be the same. So when you have same variables or same sort, such as 3 root 2, right, plus 4 root 2. Now 3 root 2, 4 root 2. Now you can now say they are both talking about root 2, root 2. The variables are exactly the same. Then you can carry out addition to give you 7 root 2. Right, and then where you, like I say, so the rule we have to be conscious of when it comes to addition or subtraction of variables or sort is that we cannot add or subtract unlike terms. We can only add or subtract like terms. So the terms needs to be same if we must carry out addition or subtraction. Or if there is a way, maybe you can be able to simplify to have the same terms. What I mean is this. Now you can have something like, let's say, minus 3 root 2, right, plus 2 root 8, right? You can, if there's a way you can simplify to have the same terms. Right now you see that these terms are different, but there is a way we can simplify. We can break down 8 to be able to have the same like term as this. So the first thing we need to do, okay, this is minus 3 root 2, and then we can now break down 8, because 8 is the same thing as 4 times 2, and 4 is a perfect square, right? This is an extension of my sword, because like we can do this because we are using multiplication, right? So we can extend our sword using multiplication. So we have 4 times 2, not plus, please. It has to be multiplication. So we have 4 times 2 in our sword, right? And then we have minus 3 root 2 plus 2. Now 4 is a perfect number, right? It's a perfect square, so we can break down. It can come out of the square root, and the square root of 4 is 2. So we have 2 times 2 and then multiply by root 2. Okay, so we have minus 3 root 2. Now 2 times 2 will give us 4 root 2. Okay, now I just did something that involve multiplication here, which we'll be looking at in our second video. Okay, so we'll be looking at how we multiply when it involves variables or sword in our second video. So this is it, 4 root 2, and now we have the same terms, okay, the same variables, the same sword. This is root 2, this is root 2, and then you can now add. Now when you have the same variables, once you are sure that you have like terms, right, then you can now add their coefficient. Okay, so now you can now do minus 3 plus 4. Minus 3 plus 4 is different from 3 plus 4. Okay, so minus 3 plus 4 is going to be giving us 1 root 2. Okay, this is 1 root 2, and you can as well as write it as what? Root 2. Okay, so the emphasis on this video is the rule, is the golden rule, that you cannot add or subtract like them. I hope this video has taught you something. Okay, don't forget to like this video, comment on the video, okay, so we can hear your thought and your view. Okay, and then also share this video to as many as you can. If you've not subscribed to this channel, please do so. We'll see you in our next class. Thank you.